Welcome, anyone and everyone. My name is Barrick. Today we are going to be reacting to HLC and Hit 'em Where It Hurts. Hopefully, we're here for some laughs and some jeers. And if you ever feel like it and you see me online, I am on Kick and Twitch, both streaming under Barak VT. So feel free to join me if I'm ever on there and you ever see me. Let's get at it.
Hey, UK. Oh, wow, this is weird being on this side. Usually the episode starts with him complaining about something I've done. Is this how it feels? And what is it that you want? We're no longer participating in the World Cup. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so is it just me, or does it feel weird that during the span of the World Cup, we did more to inspire British people that came here to actually try spices and barbecue spices, let alone like what we did to them with ranch, than they could accomplish in how many hundreds of years of conquering a majority of the world. I find it weird that we had more of an effect than their own navy did when you consider the spices they consume for their own country. But I mean, that's just me. I don't know.
How has your buffoon in charge decided to bomb us now? I wanted to talk to you about the Tate brothers.
To be fair, I could give two shits less if we pumped Britain. It's kind of a shit show. The only person I agree to not bomb as an American, Tommy Robinson, Count Dankula. Anyone else? Meh. I don't really care.
Ah, yes. I should have known you were going to speak up when I start actually arresting people for sex crimes and pedophiles, something you're not known for. Hurtful, but accurate. Seriously,
Not wrong.
arrest somebody. There's no way that it was just Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
No, 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 no. Sam, we have to hang the pedophiles. That is how it is done. Not that hard.
They rubbed elbows with too many people. Arrest somebody. But no. I was going to tell you, good job. 59 charges. Hope they stick. And yeah, that's it. Great job.
Basically, we're saying you can keep them.
Well, this is rather out of character for you. I mean, we intend to prosecute them within the full extent of the law. However, aren't you a conservative? These are kind of your people. No. I mean, I lean a little conservative. However, I
No. Conservatives, I think, in general, personally, I am very conservative, pro 2A, pro 1A. My feelings on the whole Epstein list thing is, to be truthful, hang them. I don't care what side of the aisle. I don't care what their beliefs are. I don't care what God they pray to. You touch a kid, noose. That easy. It is not that hard to figure the fuck out. Well, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, government being corrupt and all that, they tend to have a hard time of it. But my point of view, fuck them.
do want to point out that the staggering majority of Americans are somewhere in between the Tate brothers and whatever they have going on in Maine right now with that election. Did you guys see that?
Wait, was that real? I could have swore that was a fucking Key and Peele skit, man. Like that. You're telling me that troglodyte fucking welfare queen is actually running? God damn, we've gone so far. You're right. Everybody's in between those. Those are like the two fucking extremes at this point. Almost everybody's just like, look, man, I just want to be free and have cheap gas.
No, it's real. I can't believe it's real. Idiocracy is becoming a documentary, I swear. And this has nothing to do with the fact that the individual's trans or thinks they're whatever the fuck they are. They're just woefully underqualified.
I don't know if I'd say underqualified, but, it does take some guts to stand up and try and run for office. The chick has balls.
You did that on purpose.
Of course I did.
Every year I grow older, the more and more I kind of understand and get buff. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I guess I'll find out here in the future, but I get buff. I really do.
You think I accidentally make fun of minorities? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
The fires from your burning buildings will block out the sun. Then we will fight in the shade, like the brave 300. You will do nothing but die in the shade. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so fucking pumped up right. Was that the boner? Getting serious over there, I suppose. I mean, you're making headway. I can't complain at the method as long as the results are happening.
We should remake the movie 300, but we'll do it with 300 Russians during the Ukraine war. Except instead of like ripped and jacked and in perfect flanks and combat capability and tactical prowess, it's just a bunch of drunken retards getting taken out by drones.
I mean, buff, to be fair, you're talking about Russians, so that's almost a double negative because Russians are drunk and retarded. So calling them drunk and retarded is almost pedantic and just repeating yourself. It makes it pointless.
You shut up. Everything is going according to plan in my special military operation. And don't forget that I. Yeah, we get it. You have nuclear weapons, which at this point, every day the percentage of them being functional gets lower in my brain. Unfortunately, like, it'll never get to zero just because, we don't want you to have to do it. But at the same time, according to plan, that's, choice words there, bud.
I, for one, am thankful for all the smoke over Moscow. It creates a nice mood lighting when I'm rearranging his mother's guts.
Please no, buff. I can't imagine what Russia's mom looks like, but what I can imagine isn't great. So please stop. Not because I am pro Russia, but because.
You're saying with a straight face your plan was to do a fumbled invasion, get into a stalemate, have little gains here and there, and then start losing everything in your economy, have all your buildings burning, your oil infrastructure, your shadow fleet, your entire Black Sea Navy. At this point, I've just come to the realization that this wasn't a fight for Ukrainian independence. No. This was a fight against Russian incompetence. Before you say it, I know. I'm Nazi or whatever. Got it. It's important to note in the entire exchange of this 4.5-year war between Russia and the Ukraine, do I think the Ukrainians are without fault? No, not at all whatsoever. Do they have rampant corruption? Yes. But does Russia as well? Yes, and staggeringly more corruption than Ukraine has. But
Wait, you mean the country that has had the same president, quote unquote, prime minister, for how many years now has Putin been in power? I think it's something damn near. God, I remember seeing him in high school. And that's been a minute. Are corrupt because he keeps winning somehow, and all of a sudden all of his political rivals have died, like, or lost. Like that's unrealistic. I mean, to be fair, it's only been, I don't know, like roughly 26 years that Putin's been in power, totally by choice by the people. Yep. That sounds right. Ignore all the controversies. Putin's legitimately been in power for that long because he's such a I mean, he's only sending thousands to their death every week or month against Ukraine. Such a good leader. So, yeah, no, fuck that dude.
This boils down to, for me, is kind of just, whose territory belongs to who. The Ukrainians, separated from them during the collapse of the Soviet Union. Putin is trying to rebuild the Soviet Union. He looks like a thumb. Russia plows his mom. And this is where we're at. Buff plows his mom. I don't know why I said Russia plows it. That came out weird. I literally had to go back and I gotta fix that.
Oh, and it's not polite either. I go ham. Shoving that face in the pillow sounds like Helen Keller getting tased.
Buff, confirmed Buff does the Spider-Man to Russia's mom.
That's so graphic. And he's become sentient. I was just going to make a joke about how it sounds. That came out organically. I didn't have that line written down or in my head before.
And if you sadly aren't terminally online as I am, Spider-Maning Russia's mom, basically what I mean is he screws her, arrives in his own hand, and then gets her attention and says, and to distract her and get her to look back, and then throws it in her face saying, Spider-Man, because you just shot her web in her face. Russia mom is a hoe.
It came out of Buff's mouth. This is disturbing. Hey, Chelsea, you're going to Oshkosh this week, aren't you? We're gonna meet in person. Listen, I'm not gonna fangirl, but I might try to intercept you. Yeah, it's my first time. Only going for a couple days. I don't have a great deal of time, but it should be fun.
Wait, I'm gonna be there. Do I get a cameo? You should bring a Bluetooth speaker and shove it up in my landing gear if they'll let you, and just talk shit about minorities as they walk by. I'm just kidding. It's Wisconsin, there's no minorities, which is really nice, because I don't have to worry about the location of my wallet, street takeovers, Hellcats in the parking lot, and where my bicycle is.
Okay, moving on. Florida, I hear you have a tropical depression coming your way, man. I don't think it'll be hurricane strength by the time it hits you, but just hunker down. You should be all right.
Well, that's my secret, Uncle Sam. I'm like Bruce Banner. I'm always tropical and depressed. Ain't gonna be able to do shit to me down here. Raise hell, praise Dale.
America, I did have a question. It's a bit lighter note. And I know this isn't normally national news, but I did notice you have a very strange-looking raccoon. And this isn't military news, which I know you primarily cover, but you have given a cameo to Neil the Seal before down in Australia. What are you talking about, mate? Oi! Oi! You see that fucking parking cone over there? Oh, get your cunt ass out of my fucking area. I've run out of Australian words. Dickhead. His name is Jimothy, and he's harmless. I mean, he just has a genetic condition that kind of makes him look that way. They attempted to...
Timothy's an angel. Leave him alone. Don't fuck with Timothy.
What the fuck is the word? Clone. There you go. Words. Wow. To clone Franklin.
F-22? I get you. Words hard. Me drunk. Me angry. Don't need to make sense.
They got some things right and some things wrong. He doesn't know what he's saying. Will you shut the fuck up?
Must find the garbages, yes. The delicious little cabbages. And the cigarettes is to smoke. Yes, we do.
Got him to speak English, but now he has a smoking habit. Fucking shame on you, boss. America.
At least he is better than a vapor. Because if you're vaping, you're just in denial. That's just not good for your lungs. Like, at least smokers accept, like, yeah, this is bad for me. It's not going to help me in the long run. But screw it. I don't care. Vapors are always so much better than smoking. Like, at least I'm not destroying my lungs. Motherfucker, you're still destroying your shit. Like, get a handle on it.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you right now. You are only going to feel my wrath. I am done. Iran has hit desalination plants and power plants here in Kuwait. They've made it very clear where they stand. It's definitely getting pretty sporty over here, boss.
Wait, the pro-terrorists are pro-terrorists? Since when?
Hawk Crew, this is CCS. I need you guys to head down range right now and reload LS2. It's in local. I'm doing the best I can. All units, give me an up. It didn't hit the pat site, didn't hit the runway. We're still operational. I'm not sure exactly where that hit. At the time of me recording this, 2 U.S. service members have been killed in Jordan. Unsure exactly where. They haven't released those details. If I were a betting man, I would say that it was MFAB or MSAB. There's also one missing in action, who's likely killed in action as well. I know I'm the funny guy, and like it's real easy to make something about retaliation. And I don't know why these deaths are hitting me so much harder than any of the other ones we've had, but I'm having feelings, and they're very, very deep, dark feelings that I haven't felt in over a decade. This is war. People die.
So this hit me some. I never served official. Like I never served. I tried to enlist, medically could not pass. Knees are shit. Had a brain surgery. Not happening. I did have a cousin that successfully enlisted and served in the Army Rangers. And it kills me every time I see anything about a U.S. military service member passing due to conflict. I don't want that. No one wants that. Like, that is just a fucked up thing to kind of hope for or be okay with. Not so much hope for, but be okay with. Like, I never want any of my countrymen, even if I don't know them, to die. Especially in a war. But you're damn well sure if we're in a conflict, I do not care if some goat effing idiots from name a country just so happen to catch a tomahawk to the face. I'm pro. Oh lordy, I am pro getting rid of the extremist Islamic Republic of Iran. Their citizens, I have no problem with normal people that live in that country. I mean, I grew up, I had a kid a year ahead of me was an Iranian first gen immigrant. His parents had come over from Iran years and years ago. They were very nice people and decent people, but as far as the people in the IRGC on the ground in Iran, I don't give 2 fucks. Like they can catch a Hellfire, a Tomahawk all day, any day. But it does kill me that and depress me honestly that some of our best and bravest are paying the ultimate sacrifice for what ultimately, hopefully, I'm not saying it is, but hopefully is for the greater good. And every night I pray for them, I pray for their families, and in the long run, I just hope it's not a pointless sacrifice. I would rather never sacrifice one of my own for this mission, but we got to make sure that it's at least not pointless. Like they deserve more than that. They deserve to at least have passed for something that shook the world in a good way. Like no more of the RGC BS. Like they aren't in power. They make no decisions, and preferably they no longer exist. But at the same time, it's beyond my control because I may be a libertarian conservative, but in my mm, somewhat my president may be in office right now. At least more so my president than Biden was. I still do not like my fellow countrymen passing because of the president, which honestly, I did vote for him in 2020. I didn't even vote in 2024, so kind of my president, not my president. Like, I didn't vote for the guy in 2024. I did in 2020. I didn't in 2016. But so honestly, it's kind of funny because I voted for him for the 1 year that he lost, quote unquote. Thanks, China. Um, I don't want my fellow countrymen to pass. I do not care one bit if it's my countrymen or if it's like I don't know. I don't want the Persian citizens to pass. But if they are an extremist Islamic, catch a 50 cal in your face. I don't care. I do not care if you are an extremist, which sadly every day seems more of a normal Islamic person that believes Allah is the only way, and you can't have anyone that disagrees with you in your vicinity catch a bullet. Like, if that's what you think, catch a bullet. Just fucking go deep and catch it straight in the head. Like, fucking dome you. I don't care. Like, I think there's room for everyone to get along. Like, personally, I'm a Christian, but I'm not gonna judge a Jew. You want to be Jewish? Good for you. One of my favorite YouTubers slash streamers is Jewish. Nuktaku. Love the man. Don't agree with everything. Like, obviously, I believe Jesus Christ was my savior, son of God. He does not. I don't. I honestly do not give two craps that he disagrees with me religiously. He's a smart guy. About my age, but smart guy. He's looked into it. And at least he can hold by his convictions. And he whatever you want to say about Nux, he will not lie. He will tell the truth. He will tell you what he believes. But, however, in Islam, they will lie. In fact, in their teachings, they say it is okay to lie. Because in Islam, they think it is okay to lie to the non-believers, to get them to believe or just to mislead them so you can take them over. And at least I know Nux will never lie about what he believes. Because he is one of the most straightforward persons I have ever not necessarily met, but listened to on the internet. Like I can't tell you how many times I've heard, oh, well, queers for Palestine. It's like, yeah. You realize if you tried that shit in Palestine, which honestly isn't even a place, they'd fucking hang you. Or throw you from the roof of a building. Like, those are your options. But these idiots do not understand that. Like, come on. It's not that hard to 1 + 1 = 2. Islamic extremists plus LGBTQ equals yoink off this roof of a 5-story building. But that's neither here nor there. I have yapped and distracted enough. Let's get back to this video.
Yeah, that's the thing there, Aladdin. We actually give a fuck about our people. I could wipe out entire cities in your country, and you wouldn't give a shit. Which, quite frankly, I really wish the administration would figure that the fuck out. We can stay conventional. We have enough Moabs. We have enough mops. If no one is alive to make the call or pull the trigger, The threat is eliminated.
I don't want to make this about myself, but it's foolish of me, and I know this, to think that my presence over there would somehow change the outcome. I feel like all vets feel this way, especially when you're fresh out like I am. But I'm going to be real with you, it's taking everything in my power not to try and find a way to go back. So do you want to talk peace now? No.
So I really feel that I've had countless conversations with my brother-in-law, who is a former service member. And it's not even so much he wants to go back for us, but like he's looking at his situation back home and thinking like, hey, I could go back to I could go to Ukraine and help them, and my daughter would be set. He could easily save enough money and earn enough money in a year or two of serving over there in Ukraine. And he and his daughter and his wife would be golden for the rest of their lives. But he has had to kind of balance that with what's more valuable. Spending time with my daughter or disappearing for a year or 2 years at best, if not forever, and going over to Ukraine, fighting the Russians, and using that to profit for my daughter. And thank God he decided to be there in person for his daughter. His wife I don't really like, but at least he's there for his kids. Because there's no such thing as, well, no, not no such thing, but it is an important thing for a kid to have their father and their mother in their life early on in their years. Now, if the kids were 10, 15, okay, like, yeah, they might be able to understand that. But a young child would not be able to understand being gone for 2, 3, 4 years in another country, in another continent, just to provide for them. I don't feel like I feel like that's just a bunch of issues that are gonna creep up with some therapist in like 10 years or after it's already too late. Personally.
No, I don't. That is the furthest thing from my mind. The only thing on my mind right now is absolute, unrelenting, unfiltered, and unrestricted vengeance. I don't want to leave a single building standing, a single person in charge. The Persians either rise up and take you down or they're part of the problem. That's where my brain is at this moment. And I know it's not healthy. I know. You guys can call me a warmonger. I'm just.
Well, and I kind of get that because it's like, could the Persians have overtaken the government? I mean, in theory, yes, they could have. But at the same time, that same Islamic extremist government is the only ones with machine guns. So I get why they haven't, but I kind of resent them that they haven't. And I don't know how to expand that any farther. Like, I don't know.
being completely transparent, that it's okay to have these feelings. Don't act on them, but it's okay to feel this way. But if people in the administration watch these videos, the only gift that should be given to the IRGC going forward is not peace, it's not a proposal, it's not a memorandum of understanding, it's not a meeting. It is a swift end to their reign, snuffing them out like the fire they are.
There's gonna be those that say like, oh, it's Israel pulling his strings, and they're the Jews. It's always the Jews, which, I mean, I do laughingly, but they're real serious about it, man. They really don't like those guys.
Fuck them too. They can be a part of it, they can not be a part of it, they can get bombed themselves. I do not care anymore. The silliest thought I ever had while I was serving in the military is that because I fought my war, the next generation would know peace. And I know it's easy to say, well, this is Trump's war, and you're going to have those people that say that, but those people are also incredibly uneducated and have no idea the dynamic of the Middle East. You can say what you want to about President Trump, and I don't agree with everything the man does, but for the first time in American history, we have somebody willing to go toe-to-toe with the source of the problem. From the Beirut
Muslim
bombing to GWOT to every other thing that has happened in the Middle East all stems from Iran. And for the longest time, for 40 years, they had the cheat code. Never get directly involved. Always pay your proxies to do it. So that way you can stay outside of it and just act like you're not doing anything wrong.
I feel you, Uncle Sam, and we're gonna stay conventional. Let's not go nuclear. We're better than that. So target number 1.
The goats.
If we kill all the goats, what are they supposed to sleep with at night? God forbid they sleep with a woman. Oh, fuck. That was the end. All right. Thank you, everyone. That was HLC reaction. And this is Barak BT out. Have a good one.